Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And off we go on Thursday night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Akers. A lot of grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Nix with it on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Finds Mims. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
From the gun, here's Akers. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Once again, it's Akers. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. That's 7 yards on the run. Still 6 to go on 3rd. Nix off the play action. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover on the first series of this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Here we go. Yep. EQ. Right.
First snap, and Fields wants to throw. He finds Johnson. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play. Keep driving that defense backwards.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Putting a receiver in motion.
What's right? Hey,
Here's 2nd and 7. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Olave with the catch. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Good for the Saints. First down 10 at the 14-yard line.
11. West right there.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately no connection to be made.
We give inside to Akers. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Akers up the middle. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Play action with Nix. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Nix from the gun. He's got the hook up to Ingram. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 28. He's got the hook up to Akers. And that's good for a gain of 5. Ashton Davis there on the stop.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. That's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Now we give to Akers, running left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You love a huddle, okay? You really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go to Akers again. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Nick Folk now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
1st and 10 from the 41. Motioning left is Olave. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 35-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready? Hey, Monday. Right.
Trying again following the sack. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Miami. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Angel.
Fields out of the gun. Has it downfield working the left. This play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Let's go. Here we go, son.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Has it down close. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the upright. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They run. Here's Akers. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
It's Akers on the carry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Third and long for Nix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the 1st down. Going for it on 4th, Nix. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw Fields. On the slant, complete to Johnson. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints throw their lead just before halftime. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. And no luck there, that throw falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap to Nix. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a one-score game before halftime. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive.
Here we go. Up, 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 up. Watch right. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go.
Back now, pressure on its way. Connects with Johnson. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Here we go. DQ.
Fields on 1st down. Throwing deep towards the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Into the hands of Olave. Give him 32 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Who set it down for him at the 38. First down throw for Fields. Gets this to Johnson. And he gets this forward to the 19. Offense up to the line fast. Working inside the red zone. This is complete to Olave. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Another throw for Fields. And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping the tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Justin Reed with the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A quick throw completed out to the left. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Akers. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, these are the type of gains he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Flush down out to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Fulcon now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
They run it from the gun with Kamara. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Another big rip for him. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start the foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints lead by 15 now. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they can just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Play action with Nix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender runs at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here we go on 4th, Nix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss to Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there. Brock found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Saints grow the lead now to 22 points. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. This will be caught by Akers. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Complete. It's Akers.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and short. They'll throw again. Nix. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Hits his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Slot receiver headed left. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
1st down, Broncos.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it. It's a Denver touchdown. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's taken out at the 2. He can't find a way into the end zone, and the conversion attempt fails. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Launches one deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 3-score game in the 4th. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his 3-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird?
Ooh.
In the 3-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. They weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down. Now Nix. He's got the hook up to Akers. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Nix. Completed to his running back. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Broncos trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Nix now to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
Don't jump. Ready?
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Into the hands of Olave. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Fields on 1st down. Olave with the catch. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Another throw for Fields. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Go. EQ. Go.
Fields out of the gun. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Trying to set this up quick.
That's good. Bright letters, Saints.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead.
Broncos 26.
Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he's looking to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Receiver in motion, headed right. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Out of the gun, it's Nix. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First down, Denver.
Throwing here, Nix. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Trying for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Saints are running them out of the building. Point after try is good by lots. And the Saints grow their lead yet again.
Broncos 26.
Reed now to kick this one away. And this one doesn't make it into the landing zone. It comes down shy of the 20, and by the new rules this year, that means the ball is going to be placed at the 40-yard line. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.